So a very warm welcome back to the Tokyo Metropolitan Gymnasium here for the Yonex Japan Open for 2008. And as you can see, the next of our semi-finals, of course semi-finals all day today and all 5 finals tomorrow, Sunday that is. So the next of our semi-finals is a men's singles. The number 2 seed, Sony DWI KUNCORO of Indonesia, up against the young sensation from Japan, Kenichi TAGO. There he comes. What a moment for this 19-year-old. And he's only just turned 19 at that. His opponents, well, a real veteran in comparison at the age of 24. And of course the Indonesian World Championships silver medalist last year when the World Championships were staged in Kuala Lumpur. But there is the youngster. I can remember a year ago doing an interview with this young man and talking about his prospects for the future. And my goodness, hasn't he improved in 12 months. A year ago, as a qualifier, lost in the first round, and he's up against the Olympic bronze medalist from Athens in 2004 and the World Championship silver medalist, as I say, from last year. So the Indonesian vastly more experienced, but my goodness, TAGO is riding the crest of a wave. In the very first round he put out the seed Chen Yu of China, and quite frankly he's got better and better with every match that he's played. Once again the match umpires are neutral. Sony DWI KUNCORO, who of course after Athens, after that wonderful bronze medal in 2004, got a very serious leg infection and was out for some considerable length of time. So Kenichi TAGO of Japan, just 19 years of age, 1m74 and ranked 32 in the world. Son, of course, of a very famous badminton player, Yone Kyura. Of course, was a wonderful women's doubles player. Just a little bit before my time, but I can remember watching this young man's mother play on numerous occasions, and what an inspiration she was to so many Japanese badminton players and to players like myself, because I aspired to be as good as her. Now looking at TAGO's route through to today's semi-final, let's draw attention to that second round match against Yunus of Indonesia. Dropped the opening game 13-21 and then came through 21-11 in the deciding game, a match lasting exactly an hour in duration. Now for the Indonesian, 24 years of age, 1m75, that's 5'9", born in Surabaya in Indonesia. World ranking of 6, but of course the number 2 seed here at the Yonex Japan Open. 3 times he's been Asian badminton champion, and that I think is when he really came to our attention first of all. Now, as you can see, all of his matches in 2 straight games, and that included quarter-final victory yesterday over the former world number 1 Mohamed Roslin Hashim. And of course Hashim was in great form because he reached the final of the Chinese Taipei last week. But for the Indonesian, beating the Malaysian in that quarter-final 21-16, 21-11 in just 37 minutes. So both these men in absolutely terrific form. But you have to wonder how the occasion and how the nerves will affect the 19-year-old from Japan. Of course, the huge crowd here at this wonderful stadium, the Tokyo Metropolitan Gymnasium. It's one of the best venues, I think, in the world for badminton. And the crowd already in fine voice ready to cheer on their star youngster. Our umpire from Wales, Steve Temple. Service judge, Mr. Huang. Last final moments of preparation before this semi-final encounter here at the Yonex Japan Open 2008.
On my right, Sony DWI KUNCORO, Indonesia. On my left, Kenichi TAGO, Japan. Sony DWI KUNCORO, serve, level, play.
So our umpire calls for the start of this semi-final. Oh my goodness. Well, I said just moments ago that this young man would possibly be affected by nerves, and he plays a shot like that in the very first rally. Extraordinary. Well, perhaps if anyone's nervous, it's the Indonesian, because of course all the expectation is on Sony DWI KUNCORO, number 2 seed, World Championship medalist, Olympic medalist from 4 years ago. I can remember watching this young man during the Sudirman Cup in Glasgow last year, and I was commentating alongside the great Morten Frost from Denmark, and we were talking about the potential of Tago, and he was pointing out, Morten Frost of Denmark, what a reminiscent style this young man from Japan has got to the former Olympic champion from Indonesia, Taufik Hidayat. The way he hits the shuttle, the way he moves is so like the great Indonesian player. Uncanny, really. Winner of the Belgian International, Tago. That was just 2 weeks ago. So competing in Europe, comes back to play in his home championships. Oh yes, nice defensive shot from Tago. This, incidentally, the Japanese youngster's second semi-final in a Super Series event, reached the semi-final of the Indonesian Open. Not the last Super Series event that was played this year. The last one before the Olympics, of course. Oh yes, that's brilliant. Looked so calm with the final shots, made it look easy. Well, I can assure you it was a lot more difficult than he made it look. No, it's just wide. Yeah, a little smile from the Indonesian, perhaps just trying to calm himself. A lot of pressure on him. just wide. Good call by the line judge. I've got a perfect view straight down that line. And it didn't miss by much, but it was wide. Oh, yes.
That's over. 4-6.
It's interesting that all the way through this tournament, Sony DWI KUNCORO has not yet met another seeded player. 8 seeds, of course, in all the Super Series events, all disciplines, and he hasn't come up against one of them.
5-6.
Oh, well, appeared to get wheel spin, didn't he? Having a little laugh at himself. Whoops, yeah, he certainly did get wheel spin. Slipped. Look at his back foot there. And yet, the commitment of the young man, launched himself, diving headlong, still in an effort to try and retrieve the shuttle. Score all level now in this opening game. 3 straight points for the Indonesian. Oh my goodness, what a good shot. Sony DWI KUNCORO. The shuttle appeared to have gone past him, and yet he still sliced across the feathers, controlling the shuttle to bring it down steep and bring it down straight. Yeah, 5 straight points now for the Indonesian. Oh, goodness gracious. Well, waited for his opportunity. There you can see Tago slightly late to recover, because when he lunged forward, instead of being able to push straight back, he had to bring his left leg up behind himself, both feet at the net, and therefore slow to get back to the centre of the court in that base position. Six straight points now for the Indonesian. Yeah, and that was important as far as Kenichi TAGO was concerned. Stop that run. No, it's wide. That's wild. Yes, and not happy with himself there, the youngster. Understandable as the players go to the mid-game interval, with the Indonesian number 2 seed with a 4-point advantage, 11-7. Yes, and I think it was really that run of 6 straight points that did the damage. From 3-6 down to 9-6 up for the Indonesian. And when you consider what wonderful things the Indonesian has done in world terms, it's very surprising. The previous best that he's done at this Yonex Japan Open was back in 2004 when he was his last 16 loser. Last 2 years, Sony DWI KUNCORO has lost in the first round of this tournament. Last year, losing out to Ronald Susilo of Singapore. So this is best ever performance so far in Japan by a long shot. Yeah, he really does seem to be commanding the rallies. And the young Japanese star is looking a little bit bewildered as to how he's actually going to win the points. Yeah, that's good. More patient play. Bide his time, wait for those opportunities. Well, it was a very loose backhand. This one from Tago. Shuttle just popping up in the air, and simple opportunity really for the Indonesian to put that away. Yeah, that's good, and the crowd respond. Oh my goodness, that was good. First of all, the tight net shot there makes the shuttle tumble, but he's hovering around the net position, ready to attack. Great anticipation. Yeah, hustled out of that one. The home favourite. Missed it. Longest rally of the match so far. And I think as far as the youngster is concerned, he's got to be prepared to play these longer rallies, keep his patience. Going through that spell where he was going for winners, going for lines, he was making errors. Really off balance as he tried to play that drop shot. And this is one of the things when players come out of junior badminton and start playing this top level, is that some of the shots that in age group competitions would win rallies, they start coming back because these top players are able to retrieve them, get themselves out of trouble. And there's almost a bewilderment by some of the youngsters that they feel, I should have won the rally already. And then they go for something a little bit special. And in going for something special, they start making the errors. That's all experience. That'll come with time. Now, once again, he's just lost his patience, lost his focus. Simple error. And just in a moment, he has thrown away that belief, perhaps, that he was right back in this opening game.
The umpire on court 3 is Fan Chong-win of China. And the service judge is Nobuki Eiji of Japan.
Well, the flags are waving, the Japanese flags around the stadium here, urging their player on every single rally. That was the one that's really got him into trouble, and then going for a very extravagant, clever shot and making the error. Well, I said the crowd were really beginning to get involved. You can hear the drums in the background. But quite frankly, at the moment, I don't think it's going to help Tago. 7 game points now for the Indonesian. Oh, that's nice though. Nice way to save game points. Oh, what reactions from the Indonesian.
First game won by Sony DWI KUNCORO, 21-15.
The umpire confirms the score, 21-15 in just 16 minutes. And the experienced Indonesian, well, piled on the pressure when it was necessary. It was that 6 straight points early on in the match, in this opening game, that really did the damage. But just look at this reactions, crouching down low, driving the shuttle back even faster than it had come at him. And he's got the advantage, 21-15. And it's interesting that the Indonesian coach is still working and offering advice to Sony DWI KUNCORO. And yet the Japanese coaching staff, just a very quick word with Kenichi TAGO. Well, the Indonesian, he's obviously trying to win back-to-back Super Series events. The last of the Super Series events prior to this was the Indonesian Open. He won that. He's a game to the good now in the Onyx Japan Open semi-final. Great retrieving, and then what a net shot. Good judgment from Kuncoro.
Time over. 1, 2.
He looks very calm, doesn't he? Just won title last year. That was in Taipei. Runner-up, of course, at the World Championships. Just 2 finals in 2007 for the Indonesian. That's a beautiful block. And then wonderful disguise on the push to finish off the rally. Good judgment. Has a little look at the line, watches the shuttle, knows that it's going to fall long. The misjudgment is not correct from Tago. Yeah, I think that was hope more than anything else. And after making that error, immediately turned and had a word with his coach, saying, look, when I'm playing the round the head shot, there's some sort of problem. Now, what's he saying to his coach? Well, having a look at the Indonesian at the moment, but the Japanese youngster was once again sort of shadowing the round the head shot, as if he's saying, now should I be playing it round the head to my opponent, or have I got to look for that myself? I wonder. Great judgment by the Indonesian, my goodness. Full stretch on his forehand side, manages to get his racket out of the way just in time. Last year had to qualify for this event, did Tago. Then lost first round to Ingwei of Hong Kong. Decided to remove the strapping round both of his knees. Patellar tendonitis, that little bit of strapping usually is put in place because of such problems. Oh, such athletic ability from Sony DWI KUNCORO. Look at this, he leaps from the base position to that deep forehand corner, just one tiny little sidestep and then jumps in the air. Oh yes, and again proving that his speed of movement back in court so that he can get behind the shuttle and play the attacking shot. It's quite superb. court to be mopped. Just to remind you, of course, there are 2 courts in action here on semi-finals day. Second of the mixed doubles semi-finals on the adjoining court. But here, it's 7-all in this second game. Well, a line judge slightly slow to react.
Over. 8-7.
Hesitation and a collective gasp from the crowd. Goodness me, that was close.
Nine, 7.
Well, he's really starting to dominate from the back of the court is Kuncoro. Really moving quite beautifully at the moment. Strong movement around the court. He's got very powerful legs. Yeah, there another wonderful demonstration of how he glided across the court and then leapt into the air. Look at this. Leap in the air, big thundering smash, transfers the body weight in midair so that he's moving forward as soon as he lands. Terrific. So once again, just a momentary lapse in play while the court is mopped of the perspiration. And I'm not surprised, it's quite warm and humid here in Tokyo. Next shot is just wide. Yeah, once again, from the base position, the Indonesian just jumped into the air to play the smash, didn't even have to move his feet. He's got such powerful legs. And indeed, it's the number 2 seed who has the advantage, 3 points advantage at this mid-game interval in the second game, having taken the first. Oh, you've got to be strong to move like that. Well, in the opening game we saw many runs of points, in fact 6 of them at one stage. The Indonesian from 3-6 down to go 9-6 up. And this has been much more even all the way through to this mid-game interval.
Late.
11-8. Goodness gracious. What wonderful net play. Wasn't bad from Tago, but look at that. Extraordinary.
That's over. 9-12.
Yes, and now the youngster from Japan beginning to get a lot more animated. After every rally that he's winning, now a little clenched fist and a squeal of delight. Desperately trying to up his pace and respond. Well, that was a pity from his point of view. A good experience from the Indonesian. Indonesian players, I just love watching them play because they always look so calm and collected on court. It's wonderful. Called long. Indonesian doesn't like it.
That's over. 11-13.
Well, I was just about to say there was no doubt about that. That was wide.
30.
And then I looked at the line judge and he's called it good. Umpire has overruled the decision of the line judge. Good piece of umpiring. That was a clear mistake by the line judge. Yeah, that time it was a correct call.
13.
Tago didn't like the decision, but I thought this time it was correct. Yep, no, that found the line. That was in.
12.
Oh, it's wide. What a good rally, though. Goodness me.
15, 12.
Both men upping the intensity of the rally. Both sensing the importance. Because right now in this second game, as far as the Japanese youngster is concerned, he has to make his move and come back. As far as the Indonesian is concerned, he will be thinking that if I just pile on the pressure now, then that will be that. Oh yes, that's a very good rally. A little cross-court net shot from Tago doing the damage. And that was such an important point as far as Kenichi Tago was concerned. Oh, goodness gracious, that's fast. Quite brilliant by the Indonesian. Little block to the net and in so quickly. And this is where Tago has got to be mentally tough, because the Indonesian is using all his experience, pulling away at the right time. Oh, sensational rally. As he taps his head in disgust at himself. But that really was incredible. Some wonderful badminton in that rally. 18-14. And time is running out for Kenichi TAGO. The number 2 seed, just 2 points away from his place in the final. Now just the one. 6 match points for Sony DWI KUNCORO. Well, the luck of the net cord. And he's still got another 5 match points to save. Just apologises to his opponent. No, he's missed it. 2 match points saved. Or perhaps I should say 2 match points squandered, because there'd been 1 error. One was a net cord. That time, the judgment very sound. And the World Championship silver medalist from last year, Sony DWI KUNCORO, the number 2 seed here at the Japan Open.
Mark won by Sony DWI KUNCORO, 21-15, 21-16.
Umpire confirming the score, 21-15, 21-16 in 37 minutes. But what a wonderful tournament from Kenichi TAGO. Maybe defeated here in the semi-final, but we will see an awful lot more of this young man from Japan. And as for KUNCORO, well, he was under pressure. He knew the crowd would be supporting his opponent, but he played a steady game. He played the big points so well, and he's through to his 2nd consecutive final in Super Series events. Of course, winner of the Indonesian Open, the last of the Super Series events, that was played just before the Beijing Olympics, and now the first Super Series event since the Olympic Games, and he's also through to the final. 2 of our semi-finals then completed for this afternoon's action here from the Yonex Japan Open. The next match on court will be the 2nd of the men's singles semi-finals. The Olympic silver medalist Lee Chong Wei of Malaysia, the number 1 seed, up against Joachim Persson from Denmark. We'll have all the action from that next semi-final coming up in just a moment.